Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. Burnout is real. It happens to the best of us. It happens from everybody from me being a YouTuber to you all playing the game, I'm sure being consumers of media. Everybody hits a wall. And there are factors that lead to burnout, from enjoyment going down, from feeling like work or chore goes up, and also from just different factors. And of course, part of the problem, again, YouTube analogy, it's the same analogy that content creators are plagued with. I don't care who you are. You know, how do you keep things fresh? Do things feel stale? What happens when the content gets stale? When should you leave? All of these questions can be both relevant to YouTube and also to playing MCOC. Well, I believe Kabam is on a fast track to burn way too many people out. The revive farming is a component of it. But think about in the last 6 months what they've done. And this is before 7 stars hit the game in the next couple months, which I'm convinced that we'll get news about when it hits next month. And then at the latest, it'll hit June. But I'm guessing more like May. Because a lot of really important things happen at the beginning of the summer, or maybe you want to say the middle of spring. Because that is what happens before, like, Summoner Appreciation events and July 4th and all sorts of pro player, but also at times pro Kabam moves. This is when they usually release some of the toughest content, like the next chapter of Act 8. You get the drill. What I've noticed is that they're trying to squeeze the bottom line from the player. Kabam is squeezing the life out of this community. I've seen it already from the conversations I've had behind the scenes, and I've seen it in literally, like, I'm not going to say it's daily because that's not true. It maybe isn't even weekly, although sometimes it certainly is more than that. But when I check line and I have a message from somebody I haven't heard from in, let's say, a year, and they start off with this really nice message about how they appreciate all the advice I've given or content I've created or whatever, I know it's like a resignation letter. Not from talking to me, again, although maybe that's part of it, but from playing the game. Kabam is probably looking at their bottom line and saying, I don't like where these numbers are. We're not growing. We need to penny pinch our summoners. The latest area where I am seeing this happen, and this is even like as of this week so far, and it's just Monday, although those of you across the pond, it's already Tuesday by the time I post this. It's in the arena. So I had a heads up on this. This is not new information to me, that some people were starting to see, especially with rank 5 5-stars, of which I still bring in my best rank 5 5-stars, of course, into both the 6-star basic and 6-star featured, that they were seeing death matchups in places that they hadn't before. Now, I want to be clear, this is not every time, but all it takes is one bad matchup to slow the progression of a summoner. And of course, I think it's Uncollected that starts to unlock this arena screen. Now, I haven't done an arena video in a very long time. Maybe I should do a new one. But Summoner Trials remains the best place to spend your time and effort. Especially because it's much harder to get death matches as 4 stars because there is nothing above 4 stars. So if you max out your 4 stars, the worst you can get matched up to you is high PI maxed 4 stars, usually with some form of suicide masteries on them because their PI is so high. But this is not the case, of course, with 6 stars, because you can see more and more rank 5 6 stars, and Kabam is committed to making better defenders for not just Battlegrounds, but also the arena. Today, I was in the normal mode, and I was pouring everything first into the 6-star featured arena, as it is technically still at the time of recording this, and I think there'll be about an hour left when I post it, Arena Wins. And I just said, uh-oh, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be the title of this video, just uh-oh. Because I had formulated a win streak, I think, of like 30. Now, to be clear, I feel like I can beat just about anyone with rank 5 5-stars. Nick Fury, Captain Marvel, Ebony Coleslaw. I was literally, as the title suggests, living dangerously, and it was, I won all 3 fights. But check this out. A almost 30,000 overall, rank 5 Doctor Doom, Hercules, and Mystic Spidey. Mystic Spidey was actually the toughest fight among these three. And I was matched up against NY718, shout out XFSA-Fire, a defending war champion. I'm not sure if anyone's going to send him this, but I'm sure he doesn't think of himself as somebody who just gets thrown into like arena death match fights. And yet, hey bud, congrats, you made it in this video, because that's exactly what could have happened. Now, am I worried about myself? No, I'll be fine. But I am worried about the players that this might be their best arena teams. Or maybe rank 3 6-stars are their best arena teams. They're going to be up against more of these matchups than I am. And it's going to be tougher to have the motivation to do the arena. And honestly, the burnout factor, as I covered at the start of this video, if arena fights get tougher for the time put in. And all of these factors lead to the death of a game. And I'm not trying to predict the death of a game, because I don't think it's anywhere close. I still think this is the best game by far for Kabam's bottom line, and they would be the dumbest company ever to, say goodbye to it. But with that being said, 2 years ago, and I know it was like 2021 was during the pandemic, something like 3 years ago when it hit. Like, it's just a different community, different game. And I think every game goes through this. This is not unique to MCOC, but I've just noticed a general, I think a lot of people have hit a wall. They've put way too much time and effort and money into this game, so they're not ready to walk away. But the joy, the excitement, the love isn't there anymore. It's like a marriage you see where, like, you can tell they're both just kind of going through the motions, and it's kind of sad but also kind of predictable. That's how I feel about this game right now, and even a lot of the conversations I have with people behind the scenes. I'm not ready to get a divorce from this game or YouTube yet, but it's kind of eye-opening. Yeah. Thanks for watching, YouTube. What a weird video to post on my birthday, but it was on my heart, and when I went up against this, I thought, yeah, let's talk about it.